Japanese food has been my favorite international cuisine. The simplicity, the bright colors, the freshness, the unique flavors. I could literally eat Japanese food every day. Food is an important part of Japanese culture, so much so that the ONU officially include Japanese cuisine, otherwise known as wasoku, in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage list. This is an acknowledgement of the significance of Japanese cuisine, not just in Japan but around the world. Over the years, I have traveled trying to learn as much as I can about cooking and cultural traditions. Our group have compiled the following fun and interesting facts about Japanese food that will hopefully inspire you to visit a Japanese restaurant. Our group have compiled the following fun and interesting facts about Japanese food that will hopefully inspire you to visit a Japanese restaurant.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to talk about funny, interesting, surprising, and strange habits of Japan. The first thing to keep in mind is that the person who blessed the table should be thanked for the food using the word itadakimasu. Also, if you have the opportunity to eat in this restaurant, you will see that they all offer a kind of wet and rolled towel to clean their hands, only your hands. If you use it to clean another part of your body, that is considered rude. During the meal, once the waiter brings the menu to the table, it is very important that the dinner does not serve it to himself. Always waiting for another of the companions to do for him. In addition, we will have to wait everyone who is in the table to enjoy this plate. In this way, you should also be vigilant in case the other people at the table need to be served more food. Now, when we are tasting the food or when the person is tasting the food, the Japanese highly value that the foreigners try to use the traditional chopsticks. Also, they do not operate freely as they do. As for beverage, it is not common to drink soft drink or carbonated drinks in Japanese gastronomy when you are eating. And the most typical being is water or tea. As with the food, you must wait until everyone is served, and at the point, a person will get up to give you a short speech and just kanpai, and then you can drink. After eating or at the end, we have to thanks again to the person who has blessed the table. In this time with a goshisosoma. Once thanks, diners get up and say goodbye because they don't have the habit to practice after dinner, and that is unthinkable in a country like Spain because they are all the opposite. And yes, at the time of paying, that is not well seen if you leave a tip. That is taken as an offense. And another aspect, strange aspect, is when you are in the street, you can't eat in the street or drink something in the street because that is taken.
I will talk about the preparation of the yakisoba dish. When I was in Japan, I realized that this dish is very popular in this culture. The yakisoba is a Japanese dish with a noodle base. Its recipe is very easy. You should cook first the ingredients and finally the noodles, due to the fact that noodles will be ready in less time. The dish has salty chicken, bacon, and carrots among other preferred ingredients. The ingredients less the noodles could be fried in vegetable oil or steamed and in small pieces. Everything is prepared in a traditional wok. If you don't add the ingredients in other wok, some will be raw or burned. Once time these ingredients to be ready, put off the wok and clean it. Put a cup of water in the wok and wait until this boil to add the noodles. You can put the noodles packet in any store of the city, Japan. Mix them and wait until it will be ready and finally mix all the ingredients. And add a little of soya sausage or any species that do you like.
Yeah, a few years later, I went to Japan and I was impressed for the habits that I saw while eating. And one of the meals that I enjoyed most was the yakisoba. While eating yakisoba, there are a few rules that you must accomplish. Those rules are specific for this type of food. First, in some restaurants, the yakisoba can be served with condiments or separately. That like in the another plate, and if you yakisoba is served separately, you should taste first the broth to see if it needs adjusting for condiments, and then you can put it in the yakisoba. Other good manner for eating this meal is that you don't have to bite the noodles. Just pick your chopsticks the necessary amount you can eat in one bite. When you are eating yakisoba, when you get your yakisoba, you should eat making a slurp. It it is very customary and is also a way to show how you are enjoying your meal. You are allowed to drink directly from the bowl the broth. There isn't a spoon, so you are just with the chopsticks. You eat the yakisoba, the noodles, and then with the taking the bowl, just uh, drink the soup, the broth. And finally, you can take as much broth as you want. There is no custom or label that states otherwise. This has the manners and etiquette and recommendation for eat correctly yakisoba.